What is up, everybody? Obviously, we are editing in this little clip here, you guys. I have taken the day off, and we are not going to miss a beat, though, because I am trying to take a couple of days doesn't mean that the show takes a couple of days out there. But we this entire week we have been doing market conditions reports out there. So again, this segment is powered by my friends over at DAT. It's This Week in Freight. And normally we just do lane breakdowns and lane analysis. And again, if you ever want that broken down on the show, I just need you to email my team, podcast@thefreightcoach.com. I need shipping city, delivery city, and trailer type. And again, this is 100% viewer submitted, you guys. And I personally do this because I think it's very important to let people know how seasonalities actually work and how freight markets actually perform out there, at least from my seat and my experience. So today we are doing a flatbed market conditions report. And as you can see, and for any of you who move flatbed like I do, I'm 100% flatbed as a broker. Yes, we do some full truckload drive and stuff out there, but you guys get what I mean. My specialization is flatbed. And this is one of the most unique markets I've seen as a broker, especially within flatbed. So I'm looking at all of this stuff, and a lot of these lanes I move specifically. We move a lot of freight between southern Pennsylvania and the state of Florida, and it's been wild to see. It actually pay more money to go out of Florida than it costs to go into Florida. I've actually never seen that in my career as a broker in flatbed. But if we flip this around, this is the thing I want people to look at here. Everything is tight in flatbed right now, very tight, right? And if it's not very tight, it's slightly tight or moderately tight. I want to say, though, that although this looks daunting, this falls 100% in line with the fact that it is flatbed season right now, right? For the most part, most of you guys, snow's melted, it's gone, ground's breaking, permafrost is completely gone, and people are actually out there starting to build. So that is why you see this like this right now, okay? And I want to be clear. Is it always like this where it's completely tight in every single market? No, but I would expect this in most years from the month of April through October. That is your typical flatbed season out there. So that is why you're seeing it. But again, if you look at the outbound market, it changes things, right? So essentially, as you're pricing stuff out there, anything going that you're picking up and going in, expect a higher price point right now. A lot of the outbound markets, and again, we're out there operating in some of these regions. Like we're very strong out west here as well. And I was very fortunate to land when we started our brokerage, our first customer that we started moving freight with was based on the East Coast. And that's why we do a lot of southern Pennsylvania down to Florida, because that's where a lot of their facilities are located. And we've built up a very strong presence out west here, essentially in the Western 11. We're seeing some early signs that align with what was going on at this time last year from a capacity and a pricing standpoint. But as you're starting to see, we move a lot out of Arizona up into Wyoming and Montana, Utah, Nevada, California, stuff like that. And it's pretty much been, there's trucks that are out there, but rates are a little bit higher overall. Not a little bit, I mean like exponentially on some lanes. But again, this goes in line with where we're at in flatbed season right now. So regardless of what you're doing, I want you to rest assured there are still trucks that are out there. But again, you got to take this data that is shown on this heat map and explain that to your customers, because, again, not all markets are created equally. And I would argue that if you're sending trucks from Arizona into New Mexico right now, there's trucks for it. It just costs a little bit more money, but it's realistically only going to be a New Mexico-based carrier right now that is going to be taking that freight going in there. And I would say that that's pretty much, you take anything from a 500-mile radius around Albuquerque, we'll use, for example, the only people who are taking freight into the Albuquerque market right now are probably from Albuquerque or New Mexico, and they're looking to get their driver back home or back to their customer loads that are getting them out of that. So pay attention to that stuff, right? It's not that there aren't trucks out there. There are trucks out there still. There are trucks that are moving it. You just need to explain to your customers at times like, hey, this is going to be we got to find that New Mexico-based carrier. We'll just use that for examples. We've had those conversations with our customers, but bring that down to them. Let them know like, hey, This is what's going on out there. This is normally it's a tough market to get out of. So there's not excess capacity that are willing to go into it. Because again, if you look at Arizona and Southern California or Northern California, it's a tight market to a tight market, but there is a ton of trucks who run between that market. So not all lanes are created equally. Not all 500-mile runs are created equally. Have those conversations with your customers. But again, we're in flatbed season right now. None of the shippers who are moving flatbed freight don't have it consistently, so they're aware. But bring that information down to your customers. But that's going to be it for this segment. It's This Week in Freight, powered by my friends over at DAT. If you guys want your lane broken down on the show ever, email my team, podcast@thefreightcoach.com.